So Jason, we've come to farm here to continue our series on slurry storage options. And again, we're looking at a type of tower here. Could you explain what we're looking at?
Yeah, this is the net silo. It's a new product here which we've introduced recently here to, I suppose, to Ireland as a temporary type storage. They've been on the go, I suppose, for 25 years in Holland, so they have, but it's a great idea here for a satellite type store. With the serious rise in price in fertiliser and diesel, people are looking to avail of what they have, and in the winter, I suppose they can store it up there and have it for when they need it.
Right.
I suppose it's easier shifting it then when they have more time there at the out farm whenever they need it. The beauty about this is that there's no concrete required. It can be installed reasonably quick, in 2 to 3 days. The farmer has to dig out a level site and put down some sand, and then what we're doing then, we're coming in and forming that and building it and putting the liner into it. Now we do, as you can see further around there's a discharge station for emptying it and bringing it out to hook up your umbilical system or your tanker, and it's easily filled over the top, as these men can easily work here with the boom tankers.
Okay, so the farm it's on here, it's probably different farm in a sense. It's an AD plant here, is it?
It's an AD plant, and
who owns the farm here? Who was operating here?
This is the Boggs family and Gartel Farm Contracting, and really, I suppose, with their AD plant, they've quite a large amount of land there, which they have satellite tanks required for drawing the digestate out there to that to have it for. And to give you an idea, maybe just on price, I suppose, as against a conventional concrete store or steel store, it's coming in there somewhere about 40% cheaper than anything else.
Okay.
For that. So.
Yeah, and it's I suppose it has a larger capacity obviously than the bag as well, which we saw yesterday.
Yeah, larger capacity of the bag. The maximum size that we can do in this is 275,000 gallons. And
the smallest?
The diameter, the smallest, you're down there to about 50,000-60,000 gallons.
Okay.
So
yeah.
it can cater for most size blocks of land there which farmers are operating. So the main I suppose issue I suppose is the siting of it. It's very important where the farmer puts it, so they can try and have it in the middle of his block of land for pumping there, so it is.
Okay, yeah. And say, in terms of planning, is it the same planning requirements, or? Yeah,
you'd have the same. Now there may be something, because it's a temporary type storage. There may be some leeway in that.
Yeah.
So, and if it really suits someone who's maybe in a lease agreement or rented land, whereas if they did have to, if their lease ran out, this can be taken down in a day and moved. Right. Then so you can.
Okay. So I'm right in saying there's no concrete base?
No concrete base required.
It's effectively one liner then, is it one complete unit inside?
So what we have here in these steel sections, when they're bolted together, here there's a HDPE liner on the inside, which is put down first, which you can see here, which sits against the steel to protect within the actual liners on the inside of that. And we're working with a Nicoflex liner, which we use for lagoon liners, which is a very well reinforced product there with great UV protection in it as well. So
okay, and the steel itself, is that supported into the ground or anything like that?
No,
or
what that sits out? What we have a small concrete pads which we set at the bottom of every connection.
Okay.
Here, and there's steel rods which connects everything, threaded bar.
Okay.
Which goes right round top and bottom.
Okay.
And that's what takes the pressure.
Okay.
So this net silo has just been erected, so there's still a bit of backfilling to come around. The bottom 12 inches of the net silo is buried into the ground. So this is what this skirt here is for around the bottom, so to protect all the metalwork on there at the bottom, which gives it the strength.
And say in terms of filling it then, I think there's two options to fill it, is there?
Yeah, you can fill with the overhead tanker.
Such as this one here?
Yeah. Or we can fit a fill pipe as well there to it, just to connect up if someone's pumping across there from a yard there to it, if it is reasonably close to it.
Okay. And agitating wise then?
Agitating, what can be done there very simply, we supply a jetter system which can be mounted on the front of your JCB or your tractor and loader to connect up, so you're mixing it with a circulation system. So if you're putting on your umbilical pump, you're sucking out of the discharge station and blowing back in through the jetter.
Okay.
At least you have
Back
the
in
movement
overhead?
then, back and overhead, so
Okay.
you have the movement then
Right,
to get it circulating.
Yeah, fair enough. And say in terms of ordering then, timelines?
In terms of ordering, you're probably talking 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
On that, and depending on the time of year, it can be quicker, but it's at least that.
Okay.